Thank you so much, everyone, for staying tuned in to Spill the Tea. Make sure you subscribe below. And shout out to B.O.B Management for setting up this interview with me. So I have a very special guest. I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
What up, man? It's Translee. I'm here. We are downtown Atlanta in a random lobby.
We are at the Marriott Marquis. But I definitely do want to thank you so much for meeting me here. You guys, Translee, he is signed to T.I.'s Grand Hustle label, okay? And he's going to let you know a little bit about himself. And Translee, just a little bit about me. I'm Teaacup, so you were on Spill the Tea.
Okay.
So Spill the Tea, I work with a lot of indie artists and I do a lot of artist development. So at one point of time, you were an indie artist.
Yes.
I remember back in the day seeing
Technically, still an indie artist.
Still?
Grand Hustle is not a major label.
It's like independent label.
Yeah.
Right. Now, you know, in Atlanta, as far as a lot of indie artists, it's a lot of people that are plugs and a lot of people that can promise you a lot of things and a lot of people that, you know, it's open mics that want you to pay buku's amount of money, PRs, publicists, management, all different types of people that can promise you so many things but can never follow through. So how did you get through all the, you know, people that weren't really doing anything for you?
Well, you definitely gotta come in with a solid team, like people that are around you, like day-to-day people. Like I got Chris Hunter, I got Darius Jackson. I have like a management team, I have a production team. Everybody that's around me is pretty much my team, so we kind of keep each other regulated. Like we don't really let too much riffraff get in to be able to cause something to go wrong. But I mean, you still have to deal with a lot of outside people, as far as, you know, promoters and people that sell you dreams and say that they can do this and that for you. But I mean, once you really come into this game and you really kind of learn what's real and what's fake. So you can kind of tell when somebody's just saying real things that they can really make happen, or just saying stuff where it's like, yeah, man, we can go to the music thing, we'll have you 10,000 views in 5 hours. Like people say stuff like that, you're like, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like anytime somebody can guarantee human behavior, what other people are gonna do, I pretty much run from that. Like we pretty much just stick to creativity, stick to good ideas, and just roll and stuff like that, and just like people that like promise you numbers and stuff like that, because it's like, you know, it's all a toss-up.
Well, I actually saw in an interview that a barber of you and T.I.'s had gave your music to T.I., and that's how he ended up hearing about you.
Yeah, so shout out to Miss Taper. Me and my manager Chris Hunter, we actually get our haircuts by Miss Taper, and she also cuts tip hair. So, make a long story short, after we finished the last project, Chris gave it to her and was like, "Yo, just next time Tip come get his cut, give it to her and give it to somebody with her." And she ended up giving it to Javon, Javon is actually part of my management team now. Make a long story short, once again, but she gave it to him. He gave it to Tip, and they literally called me back like 2 days later, and he was wanting to meet. So I had to meet him at this rehearsal space, and like Jeezy was there, and it was like this crazy, you know what I'm saying? So we like met, and like I like sat down, and I basically told him like, man, like you owe somebody like me to the game, like my type of music, my type of vibe, you owe me to the game. And he was looking like, what? I'm like, what this nigga just tell me?
So you just tried to like.
Yeah, so
you ain't even you didn't even have a humble approach with me.
Well, I mean, it was humble, you know, for the most part, but it's crazy because my single, the song that sort of was one of the top songs on that project.
And which single was it?
Lost in the Sauce.
Okay.
I said, I don't need B.O.B or T.I.P to stand next to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I said that, not saying that I didn't necessarily need them, but just basically saying I don't need any cosign to get where I'm going. I'm going there anyway, regardless of who cosigns me. So, and it's crazy because like a year later after I did that song, I was sitting there with T.I. and, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, so we like had that meeting. A couple days passed, we ended up talking some more, and he ended up flying us out to LA. We like got the studio, and we started kind of rocking from there, just doing records, staying moving, and then we, you know.
And how long has it been since you've been signed? I believe you signed in 2016.
No, we like met them, but we didn't do the deal right then.
Okay.
Like it took a while to actually do the deal, to get the deal done.
Okay.
because it just got to be right.
Right. And question about the deal, because a lot of indie artists have a lot of concerns as far as signing with labels, because a lot of indies get put on the shelf after they sign with a label, or a lot of their creative control, they don't have much of it once they're signed. So were there any skepticism or just hindrance as far as you signing right away?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a thing where it's like a process. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why you gotta have to go back to having a good team around you. Also have a really good lawyer. My lawyer is a legend in this business, Carl Washington. So it's like whenever we sat the initial contract down, we went over everything. He's like, this is good, this is not good, this is what we need to change, this is what we don't need to change.
And how do you negotiate things as far as trying to change it?
Well, you let the lawyers do that. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really a whole lot of me necessarily going back and forth. Like I try to stay on the creative side of the tip. Whenever the contract was getting hashed out, I wasn't meeting up with him talking about the contract.
Right.
We were talking about music and creative things, which is my favorite part of it. I don't really like all this stuff, but it has to be done. You know what I'm saying? So, it just took some time, in this game and where I'm at in this game to sometimes we have to partner. And it ain't necessarily a full signing. It's we have our own label, digital label culture. Me and Chris Hunter label, and we partner with Grand Hustle.
Okay.
So he basically came in and was like, man, I believe in your dream. He's like, I see you going further than me. So that right there spoke to my soul.
So you don't think he's gonna put you on the shelf?
I mean, there isn't. I mean, the thing about being on an indie label like Grand Hustle, everyone, it's always the shelf.
Okay.
It's never you're always on the shelf until you're popping. You know what I'm saying? The shelf really isn't even a thing. You know what I mean? If you get some shit going, can I curse on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you get some shit going, somebody's gonna come put some bread up behind you. It's the artists that don't have anything good going, or their album just isn't hitting like it needs to be, that go on the shelf.
Okay.
You never have to ask Drake if he's going on the shelf, because he keeps coming with great records. You don't go on the shelf when you come with great records.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the shelf really isn't a thing. It's more so a mindset. Now, I mean, you can get at the label where they don't answer your call and they don't, you know what I'm saying? But Grand Hustle that's why I said Grand Hustle is an independent label. You know what I'm saying? We partner with Rock Nation or Capitol when we're doing certain projects, but for the most part, it's an independent label. So, it's a different road. It's a different journey. And most of the money is probably coming straight out of his pockets. You know what I'm saying? So, you take all of that into your thoughts whenever you're working on stuff. Everything has to be strategic, planned out the right way. So, and I haven't put out a project under him yet, but I'm about to put out a new project.
Yeah, spill the tea. Let us know what's coming out.
Man, so it's top secret. So if you know that I already have part 1 out, I don't know if you heard part 1. That's my last project that I have out. It's called MAOTP Part 1. Mind All Over the Place Part 1. And part 2 is allegedly coming, but it may be, you guys may be getting something else in the near future before part 2. That's a little bit bigger and better.
Okay, so speaking of part 2 coming out, and a lot that you and Tip have in store, out of all the signees of Grand Hustle, who are some of your favorite to work with, or who do you look forward to working with?
Well, shout out to everybody that's over in the Hustle gang, Tokyo Jets to Ra, the Boot, London J, Bryce, 5, Rossi, everybody. Dro, Trey the True, Bob. I was just with Bob just the other night. I really enjoyed working with Bob. I did some work on Bob's last project. Well, not the last one, but the one before that. He just put out one the other day. But I did some work on his last one. I like working with Dro because Dro is funny as hell.
Dro is so goofy. You can tell he goofy in his songs, his interviews. Oh my goodness.
Hilarious, man. This man literally writes with a pen and pad. I don't see that no more. Usually people, if they're not freestyling, they're writing in their phone. this man gets out a pen and pad and writes in the booth, like it's crazy. So Dro definitely like working with Tokyo, but I like working with everybody. Like we all, I pretty much have records with everybody.
What you watching right now?
So shout out Spill the Tea. We in the building, man. If you ain't rocking with us, then who you rocking with, man? Come on.
Hey, shout out to B.O.B Marketing for setting this up with Translee. Make sure you follow him. Check out all his music links below. And
hey, oh yeah, so look, you try to. So look, yeah, follow me on all social media at Translee, Translee. And people don't know that's my real name too. That's my I'm the third, so it's three of us. But yeah, follow me. Go get my last project, MAOTP Part 1. It's available on all streaming platforms.
hey, and we out.